Hi guys, good afternoon. Happy Saturday. It's hot Saturday in London. I hope you are all doing well. I just came back from the garden center. As I said, my garden has now been cleared, so I went to get some furniture for it. Now I don't have any means of carrying it back, so that's fun. Enough of my day. So it was easy enough because I went to the garden center on a Saturday to forget actually that there was dripping of the color. I did post while I was it when I finished at Costco and I had a moment to wait. I just relaxed. I went through my ex. I started engaging with some of the posts. And guys, I decided today, thanks to inspired by some of the overall commentary from the from people's perception of the event, to ask Grok, which is X's internal GBT chatbot. I asked Grok, based on X analytics, can you please compare the engagement around Megan's viral baby mama video and trooping the color? Now, to be fair, there is a different way I could have asked that question to be as fair and a bit more balanced, but I thought let me just ask in a general way. It came back with quite a lot of responses, but I found this particular point quite interesting. Trooping the colors, sorry, this is context and sentiment from Grok. Tripping the Colors X engagement likely came from royal official accounts, news outlets, royalist fans posting about the parade, balcony appearances, and the red arrows fly past. However, these posts are typically less viral than controversial personal content like Meghan's video. Oh, brother. The absence of Harry and Meghan. Whoop, clock that. Clock that. The absence of Harry and Meghan from the event, not invited since stepping back from royal duties, I bet they're regretting that now, may have reduced X engagement from their fan base, who were more active discussing the dance video. Clock that, guys. Even AI knows this. Base, and don't forget, AI, the context it will use is what it's seeing, not just on general platforms but on X. So it was able to even a large language model was able to deduce that the frenzy, the buzz, and the hype comes from Harry and Meghan. Let's continue. TikTok comparison referenced on X and in Newsweek just juxtaposed Meghan's dance with Princess Kate's appearances at the Trooping of the Color 2023 and other formal events. I wonder why. Of course, for engagement. Fueling, of course. Fueling some engagement through fan debates. One reply with 17,800 likes. However, the engagement was likely less intense than the dance videos, as it was a secondary discussion rather than a primary viral event. Comparative analytics using X analytics. Relative engagement. Meghan's video, the baby mama dance video, generated significant X activity due to its viral Instagram performance. I think it's currently at 40. I think it's more than that, but let me just say that's probably what it has at the point of reporting. Approximately 40 something million views and polarized reactions. That is true. Posts from X supporters Dr. Shola, critics Piers Morgan, analyst Christopher Boozy indicate a high volume of replies, repost, quote posts. The controversy, including debates over Meghan's privacy stance and controversial, ridiculous theories about her pregnancy, likely amplified engagement as X thrives on these discussions. Do you remember what I told you guys about Meghan being a fantastic parody and an interesting SEO marketing subject matter? People claim to hate her, people claim to despise her, but yet, as the machine has said here, X thrives on these types of controversial discussions. This addresses two things. One, why she is so popular. Two, why, unfortunately, social media platforms like X, YouTube, and the rest are not going to step in and stop people like that psychopath Kingsley Schofield. Trooping the Color 2025, the event had lower X engagement as suggested by your thick big sis, with less activity than from troll accounts compared to the dance video. The event's traditional ceremonial nature and lack of a controversial hook likely resulted in fewer post interactions, primarily from royalist accounts and media outlets. Now, I want to call out here no limitations, because we're not biased. I'm a data person. Limitations of X analytics. No specific X metrics, e.g., likes, repost, impressions, are provided for either event, limiting the analysis to a qualitative insights from one post and related based web sources. The X engagement can be skewed by platform dynamics, e.g., algorithm amplification of controversial content, making direct comparison challenging without raw data. That being said, in conclusion, based on X analytics inferred from the available posts and web sources, Megan's baby mama video significantly outperformed Trooping the Colors 2025 in terms of engagement on X. The video's viral nature with 40.7 million Instagram activity, including posts from high-profile users and debates from fans and critics. In contrast, Tripping of the Color had lower X engagement as suggested by your Thick Big Six, likely due to its formal nature, lack of controversy, and with activity limited to traditional royalist posts. Sorry for that quick technical intro. I just wanted you guys, again, I am not a fan of AI. I don't think it knows everything. I think these large language models and again algorithmic factors bias its response. The only way to ever truly know anything, as it rightly said, is to use raw data. But just for fun, and just because again it was happy to give a qualitative analysis, I think we already know the answer. Megan is more popular in terms of engagement, and if we use something as recent as the baby mama viral video, it answers the question. So since we're on X, I want to just quickly react to some of the events from, because while I was coming back home, I was retweeting quite a lot so that I could have content for you guys. Now let me start with this, guys. What is this? Billy Idol decided to put some sex on it for you guys today. You know, there's a video with this. I'm not sure if I'm going to play, but I'll play it anyway. I know Becky Bighead, Rebecca English was most likely rubbing herself off in fury when she saw this picture. This is Billy Idol here, trying to look cool and sexy. Let's see some of the comments. Looks like a junkie in a uniform to me. Is this slow motion too? There is a slow motion video. He looks like a 70s gigolo with that trash peeping out. The other one selling tourism. He looks ridiculous. Full cosplay. So basically, those who like it will like it. Becky English. Here is Camilla, looking very pleased to be here. Not that I really blame her, though. I'm sorry, but I don't really blame her. It was boiling hot today. And the idea that she had to sit down in the heat when there was literally nobody waiting to see you. Let's play the video. See how quiet it is? Looks, good Lord. This is your queen consort, guys. She looks very happy to be here. Of course, here they are once again, hawking the children for attention, but they will still have the audacity to say Meghan and Harry are trying to use their kids for money. You see how hypocrisy, I said it before, hypocrisy and the royal route are like 5 and 6. Here is this. Is it worth playing? Let me just play it. Oh, I ran too far. Did you guys see that? A couple of things from me. First of all, I don't believe this crowd. Sorry. I've seen the pictures. I don't believe this crowd. I think they are making this up. I think they took an older video or something. I don't believe this crowd size because I am going to talk about the crowd size next. It's also very possible that at the point of the flying arrows, there are probably a lot of tourists in London right now who haven't seen that before, and when they heard the royal family was going to be there, they converged there. But I don't believe it. That's not what the numbers are saying, guys. I don't believe the crowds. Why are you lying, royal family? So basically, they're selling us propaganda. I don't believe that was the crowd size. Sorry. And for those of you that are saying, why are you being a hater? No. Don't worry, bear with me. You can see a glimpse of it coming. I'll tell you why. Now, let's talk about Chris Ship. Chris Ship is a bloody hypocrite. Wasn't he the one, you guys, for those of you who saw my video, wasn't him and his friends trying to, mathematically understand why a parent would want to keep their children private? But I will say for Shipwrecked, I will say this for him. In that video that I posted, he was probably the only person who was verbally using his common sense. That, that look, parents have a right to show their children if they wish or if they don't wish. He spoke about the trauma of Harry and William's experience with the press. And also, he also mentioned the Republican Party, the paper that they released, talking about how these children were being exploited, by the royal family to try and get people, not me, but people to, feel some sort of sentiment and ownership of these kids. So basically, this is the British population's children. They are our kids because they are our monarchy, which is BS, and I don't buy it. That was basically what he was trying to say, right? So it's very interesting to me that here he is tweeting these children, but yet he will go on platforms questioning why Harry and Meghan are not showing their kids, and for whatever reason, the royal rota are also saying that they're using their kids to make money. You see, that's ridiculous. It even confused me mid-sentence. On one hand, you're saying that you are criticizing Harry and Meghan for showing a hidden view of their children, and then you're also accusing them of using their kids to make money. How can you use your kids to make money when we don't know what they look like? I'm curious. Meghan could have been posing with anybody else's kids by the way she hides their face, but we know what these kids look like. You see them? We know what they look like thanks to people like Chris Ship. So guys, I was just calling out the hypocrisy. And then shout out to Nina Shake. This is what I was talking about, but the crowd size. This is when the BBC, and I will play a video very quickly, where you see them intentionally refusing to do a wide shot. They kept focusing on a particular outside of the crowd, especially from the lower side, so that you would think there were plenty people there. But here is the wide shot. This is the wide shot, guys. How does this reconcile with the so-called video I just showed you now? What I think they did is they probably found an older one and interwove it into that video they did, because for them, this is bad. I agree with Nina and I agree with the general sentiment of the squad. What is this? For something that costs as much as the Trooping the Colour costs taxpayers, this is abysmal. And to the conversation of, the royal family is driving tourism. So unless what you're saying is on a Saturday, during summer, on a sunny, very refreshing day, and it was a very sunny, refreshing day, this is the best you could pull. There was no rain. There was no storm. People were literally out. I told you that I went to Garden Center and I went to Costco. It was packed. The road is packed with traffic. Right now, I'm sure people are at the beach. And this is the best you could do, royal family. But, sorry, I forgot. They are the most popular royals. My bad. Yes, this is another aerial view. Shout out to Prince Max. I'm genuinely surprised because, again, if you watch, I didn't watch the live thing and I'm not going to low, but I was able to get some excerpts from a small summary that Sky News did, which I will show you. There wasn't anybody. Look. I take my bicycle through here all the time to get to Hyde Park. I know where this is. There's nobody here. I mean, yes, of course, there are tourists who probably didn't even know about the tripping of the color. They were probably, you know how, because you happen to be somewhere central, like right in central London, and something is happening, you could just easily stroll over and be like, oh yeah, what's that? I'm guessing a majority of these are foreign tourists who just came into the UK for the sunny weekend, and they just happened to stumble upon, or they just came to see the tripping of the color. Because the people I saw, they are Costco. They're on their way to the beach. And I don't blame them. Nobody is traveling and incurring ingestion charges just to get to London to come and wave at a boring royal family. Shout out to I Am Sage. See? Nobody is here. See? Let me see if there's any reaction. Now, let me keep going. I'll come back to the reaction. This is the video I was telling you guys about. So, of course, I had to smudge it again because I don't want to get demonetized. Let's watch it.
Keeping its wings. Typhoon. Keeping its wings safe. We're seeing these aircraft in different places, not necessarily as they fly across the palace, but listen to that sound of the Voyager's engines.
Clock the crowd. I know it's weird, it's smudged, I know, bear with me. This angle of the crowd is literally them at low, basically they're at crowd level. And this is a brilliant way to shoot because then nobody can easily surmise how many people are actually here. And that's interesting. And I just call it out because it's interesting they chose that angle to use, because according to what they've been trying to tell us and according to the polls they've done, these are the most these are the most popular royals. So they shouldn't have to play this type of shenanigans and games. If a big crowd was there, they would have done an open wide shot. But they had to come and stand in the crowd of tourists who happened to be there to pretend as if people came to watch this. This is me fast forwarding because I know you guys don't care. Okay.
Typhoons are coming, 4 of them. They'll also rattle the window panes. Rattle the window panes.
See that? Another camera right in the crowd now. See all the spaces? Again, they had to, and I know exactly where they are standing. If there was a big crowd here, they would have done an open wide shot. They may even have interviewed some people even, but they don't want to do anything that will give you a view of how many people are actually standing here. How pathetic is that? It's a shame I had to smudge it, but hopefully you guys can see. This is right in front of Buckingham Palace where the family is. See, hopefully from the smudging you can see that there barely isn't anybody here. And don't worry, I have another video that will kind of rub this one. There's nobody here. And for those of you that will come into my chat and say, well, you're catching instances of when the royal family was not on the balcony. This excerpt was during a time when they were standing because the red arrows were flying. So they were all standing at the balcony. What's the excuse? This is the video. Let me show you guys. So shout out to Not My King. See? Police. Police for whom? There's nobody here. And for the police to be standing here, they were expecting something. Where are the people? There are 2 barricades here. The people that are here are barely getting into the one at the back. Now, for people that are going to say, oh, you're being a hater, I'm really not. I'm really not. When there's a frenzy, there is a frenzy. If there was a frenzy, I'm posting you actual live coverage or coverage from the day. We will see that frenzy. There isn't any. Nobody is using special angles. I mean, let's keep it for real. How do you make this type of thing up? It's not AI. See. It's not AI. This is central. Look. There's nobody here. Now, am I saying there aren't people along the periphery leading down the mall? Yes, there were. We saw that. But they were not enough, because to me, they are most likely just tourists who happen to be in central London. And again, why would anybody travel to central London on such a hot day? When it's a Saturday, they have things to do, they have places to be. More importantly, because it's a lovely sunny day out, they could go to the beach with their family and friends, or they could just stay home and sit in their garden. Why travel? I was out, and I completely forgot Tripping of the Color was on, actually. So let me show it again. See? And if you notice, guys, I haven't seen any angle of the open wide shot from the direction of the balcony facing the mall. Why? British media, why are you not showing us that angle? They used to show us that angle before. Why? Because they would try to imitate the royals looking beyond the balcony to the mall. I haven't seen any shot. If anybody has seen, please let me know in the chat. But I haven't personally seen any shot of that. So this is from Not My King. People are so messy. Again, look at them using Charlotte's face and image freely for attention. See? They're actually using Kate and Charlotte's face for Majesty magazine, which is owned by Ingrid. What's her name? See what that hound dog looking ass clown of a woman. Oh yes, here is the royal coverage on the protests from the day.
Also, some of the royal family had made their way along the Mall in front of the cheering crowds. Also, some protesters.
See, we're not making it up. See, Shipwrecked is showing the red arrows. Where's the crowd? This is a royal reporter. I'm not making it up. Where's the crowd? If there was a crowd, he would have gone round. They did not bother. Once again, here they are. Look at print media using the images and the kids for content. So for those of you that are wondering, what are you trying to say? I'm not trying to say anything. I'm just trying to call out the hypocrisy. I'm trying to call out the fact that the British media thinks that we're stupid. I'm not saying that people didn't watch it online. I'm not saying it wasn't even trending on X. Of course it was. Stripping of the color. It is actually a pretty high profile event. But what I'm calling out is the British media lies about the popularity of this royal family. And they have been doing it with great... If they had left Harry and Meghan alone, many of us would have probably just ignored them and allowed them to live in their delulu. You can lie for as long as you want, but eventually your lives will catch up with you. But then they kept on harassing, and they keep on harassing the Sussexes. So now people like us are motivated to call out the BS publicly and in a very shady way. So yes, this is my commentary on Tripping of the Color. I think if I can summarize everything, the royal family, stop listening to the rota and start paying attention to engagement. You are not popular. And at the rate things are going, using these kids is not going to be enough. People are over that shit. Sorry, you can only flog Harry and Meghan for so long. And Harry and Meghan are unavailable. So yeah, guys, please let me know your thoughts in the chat. Please feel free to drag the royal family as always. They deserve it. But yeah, for the Tripping of the Color, because again, we are always here to support the military and our military servicemen. God knows they don't pay them enough for what they do. Feel free to put some kind words about them too. Why not? And yeah, please continue to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for all the engagement for the past few days. It's gone up. I'm so grateful. And yeah, take care. Bye.